Hello to all. Welcome to Future Labs. Well, Future Labs is all about experimentation. And if you were yesterday listening to the video of Roberto, he mentioned that at Nest we have 4 main pillars. And the one that I'm talking here, it's the green one, the pilots, where we run experimentation. And so this is all about creating opportunities to bring new technologies and new solutions to the market. And we give stage, we connect corporates with startups and even schools so that we can learn more on the learning curve. And it's all about learnings and failures and what can we take from this and disseminate to the tourism sector. So this project, Future Labs, started 3 years ago. It started at the School of Hospitality in Tourism of Setúbal. They were our first place. And so the pilots that we run here, that were 2, they are focused pretty much on the capacitation and support for the pilots to happen, but it's also about mentorship, about financial support to the startups, and to the value that we can bring as Nest to build bridges between all these stakeholders. So these pilots can happen within a school, it was the case in here, but they can also happen outside doors. And we have also already done some pilots in the municipality of Covilhã. So we take this out the 4 walls of the school, and we can bring them out and provide connections through this. And I have an illustration video for you to see how it has been running so far. We have done these pilots on sustainability, on data-driven, on inclusivity, but you will see more on our next video. This image here was actually one of the cases that we had. We had Nikita Zoltar, and in this case, what we did is that we invited the school team to join, and they were able to work actually with the startups in this case and to interact with them. And so it is it's a great experience for the students so that they can connect to the real tissue of corporates and startups, and they can learn. And the outcome of all of this is that through these innovation pilots, we get real knowledge on what works and what doesn't, and we disseminate throughout all the chain so that we can advance more in the learning curve. So I will take you now to this video.
The world is in constant change, and we are changing with it. At Nest, we support ideas that we believe will be the future of tourism. In the past 3 years, we have been a tourism hub for innovation and technology. And these were the ideas that we helped bring to life in the Portuguese ecosystem. Neutral monitors water and energy consumption of hotels and guests with the purpose of analyzing its carbon footprint and incentivizing the latter to develop better sustainable habits through a gamification system. The future of tourism lies on our ability to turn hotels into a more sustainable business and to educate guests towards a more sustainable behavior. So we can say Neutral is on pace to become a leader in these areas. Zoltar wants to revolutionize the way hotels host its guests. Its pilot at 11 Hotel School in Setúbal introduces the world to Nikita, an AI avatar that can read the emotions of the hotel guests and act accordingly, whether in the moment of check-in or when it suggests things to do in the area. Artificial intelligence is not the future anymore. It's happening now, and it's already shaping the present of the most competitive solutions in tourism. How can we improve the way tourists interact with the places they visit? Talk to Me is answering this question through its chatbot and started its experience in Covilhã enhancing its unique street art assets. Through a Facebook Messenger conversation, which can be accessed with a QR code, you can have a chat with a sculpture at a museum or a graffiti on a street wall. If engagement is the future, Talk to Me is already ready for it. Sivan wants to solve a huge problem in the hospitality industry: the price of thermic energy. That is why the company developed a boiler that, instead of fossil fuels, uses biomass and a cogeneration system that transforms thermic energy into electric energy. This not only represents a huge cut in the hotel's energy expenses, but also a sustainable change in the way the industry supplies its energy. The absence of friction is a goal for every player in the tourism sector. So, how can we deliver an attrition-free experience to guests in the most efficient way possible? Unic has a technology that can solve some of the problems. Its identity verification algorithm through facial recognition will represent a huge step in the way hotels verify its guests' identities at the check-in moment, and will also contribute to a better experience to the ones who stay. Data gives us the power to make smarter decisions that are not based on wild guesses. Data Appeal gathers data from social media, reviews, and blogs to provide the players in the tourism industry with the most relevant information about the places where they're based. This information can be merely informative, like locations and whether a hotel accepts dogs, or it can be based on the feelings users have about such place. All this data is then transformed into a dashboard that can be consulted to make smart, data-driven decisions. It is true that everyone can be a tourist, but not everyone can access tourism in the same way. Accessibility is a matter of major relevance in our services, and that is why we created Guest Access in partnership with Turismo de Portugal and Accessible Portugal. Guest Access is a web app that trains hotel workers about accessibility and the specific needs of guests with reduced mobility or other types of disabilities. We are all responsible for turning the world into a more inclusive place, and that's what we chose to do. Future is always changing, and certainly we don't know all about what it will bring. But we are sure that partnering with startups like these will get us closer to our goal: to position Portugal as a global technology and innovative hub for tourism. So, let's do it together.
So these were just some of the pilots that we've been running. Should you are a company, a corporate, should you are a startup, should you are a destination, if you want to engage with this project and you have an idea and you have something that you want to test, please just contact us. There will be many startups from this video that are already here today, but should you want to try something new with us, we'll be glad to help, and we can connect in the end of the event. Thank you.